I've been teaching about health and fitness for 18 years. I was an athlete in college. I ran track, and as a runner I was hurt a lot. In 2000 I had knee surgery, and really after that I pretty much retired from running altogether. I went on to study the Vygotsky method and have continued to study other methods for addressing body alignment. And of course I addressed my own alignment and started participating in these exercises myself, and was able to return to running, and triathlon actually is what I love to do now. But I do expect a lot from my body, being able to run and dance and jump and ride hard, and I play hard when I play. So the alignment is that much more important, I think, for me. I started teaching about health and fitness when I was in college, where I studied exercise physiology. And every class that's come through the fitness business pretty much I taught. And so it was just sort of a natural progression, because I was always wanting in my classes to bring people the newest information that we have on what makes the body function better. I used to approach looking at the body with a more traditional approach, I guess you will call it. If their shoulder hurt or their knee hurt, I would look at their shoulder and at their knee. My approach now is a much more holistic one. I'm looking at the whole body. I'm assessing the whole body and how all the joints are working together. And so after class, what I'm hoping is that you can hinge from your hips more, so you're working from the hips rather than in your back.
Flexibility has always been the bane of my physical condition. I started to feel more flexible, reduction of old chronic pain, and suddenly I realized it was very subtle, but it was working. It was working on me.
My problem was that I worked out 5 or 6 times a week, but I never would stretch, and as a result I was prone to more injuries than the average person. So by taking the classes, it's alleviated that problem completely for me.
The average age of my class is 60 years old, and some of those people have had chronic pain for years. Others just want to stay strong and healthy. But probably most of the people that take the class are people that are starting to experience some aches and pains in their body, and they're not able to participate in things that they used to enjoy. So in fact, taking the class regularly has allowed a lot of those people to return to activities that they used to really like.
One friend knew that I had issues with my neck and said, well, try the in alignment class that Leslie is teaching. And so I jumped in, and I really, I'm sad I can't go on Mondays and Wednesdays. I try to get there both nights to take her class, because it makes a difference in how I feel. And it also, I experience less pain. I don't wake up in the morning in pain every day, which was happening, so.
And I love the work because in all the years that I've been teaching about health and fitness, this is the only thing I've ever done where you get an immediate result. It's always been, long-term with clients that they want to lose weight or gain weight or whatever it is. It takes, at least a couple months if they're going to do it in a healthy way. So this is in 1 hour. Oh, my head, came back. My hip isn't twisted anymore, and that is really fun.
She knows how to take a diverse group of people and keep it light enough so that even though she works them, they enjoy it. And the benefit of this particular class is that you see from the beginning of the class to the end of the class, has it done anything for me? And for most people, they'll say, yes, it has.
A month into Leslie's class, I had no more lower back pain. I know it sounds magical, but it's fact. It's been great. So I'm living with no pain anymore.
Leslie has helped me become the old Sonia I used to be, and she's just a powerful force.
I'm 66 years old, and I feel better now than I did maybe 10, 15 years ago, and I think it has to do with doing classes with Leslie, and found out that doing her class, this alignment class, and using her techniques proper breathing and whatnot. And she's very precise about this. I feel much better than I ever have.
The exercises that we do, some of them are just, they're not your typical exercise that you see around a weight room or a gym. They look kind of strange maybe to some people who don't have an open mind. Or they look maybe like they're way too easy, but actually some of them that look easy are really not. One of the most satisfying things has been to see a few years ago when I started this, the weird looks people would give me when I was doing, you know, arm circles or some of the different simple exercises that we do. And now, see, you know, half the gym is doing them. Nobody was doing them.
Make sure your feet are pointing straight ahead. Put your weight on the inside edge of your feet. And then go side to side again. Good.
Well, another benefit though for me is that I can do some of this at home too now that I've learned it. And when I am in pain or I do something that is, you know, hurts, I just move into one of the, you know, positions and stretch, and it makes a difference.
Well, think of a car. If a car is out of alignment, the parts wear down faster than a car that's, you know, properly aligned. And most people understand that. Well, the body is no different. So restoring your body's alignment is really, it's essentially restoring function. And a body that's functioning optimally, it just has joints that are doing what they're supposed to do.
That's great. Good. Tight, tight quads.
Alignment that speaks to men. You know, they want to align their wheels. It's better than saying I'm going to a yoga class. And it makes more sense to men.
And if you look at the male-female ratio, usually these classes tend to pull in a lot more female, unless it's really hard physical, you know, endurance type stuff. This one is pulled in a nice ratio, male-female. A lot more males than you see in most similar classes. It's not yoga, but it's it has a lot of the same principles, and yet males are in there.
And then I want you to lift one leg and the opposite arm and hold for 5 seconds. Do the best you can to keep your weight even in your knee and your hand that's on the floor.
Actually, it's the most popular class at the gym, this alignment class. I myself, I recommend it to people, other people I see. I say, hey, you ought to try Leslie's class. You'll get a lot of good out of that class. And I tell them what time it is and show up. And lots of times they do. And they come back. It's good.
It gives me some credibility that I have had, you know, a similar experience and have, you know, come out the other side. And I can have some compassion for what they're experiencing. It's frustrating when you can't do what you have always done, or when you can't do what you love to do.
With Leslie, she's a fantastic instructor. She deals with the individual and deals with the class at the same time. So it's an amazing occurrence that this is happening.
Life's just too serious. It has to be fun. Otherwise, you know, who wants to do it? And lying around on the floor doing a bunch of yoga sort of exercises is not exciting. But if you can be lighthearted about it, then, you know, it just makes it a little bit more tolerable, more interesting.
I'm sure everyone in there spreads the word. Since I've been going, I've never seen anyone drop out of the class. It's pretty much going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm sure. So, yeah, you can't help but tell people. I mean, when it makes such a difference for you, you've got to spread it with friends.
So it's not just that you lengthen back there, it's that your muscles are firing more efficiently.
I've got clients that have had pain for 20, 30 years that don't have pain anymore. And their alignment's changed and they're happy, and so I'm happy.